begin with the end in mind is one of Stephen Covey's famous 7 principles of highly effective people. How to actualize this? Well, he very aptly describes it in the book. I wanted to give a quick example today of how I view this. So a couple of weeks ago I heard of the passing of a friend of mine, someone who actually was a mentor of mine when I first started working in seismic, in borehole seismic. Very, very good engineer, very kind person, just recently passed away. So obviously very, very sad. And I attended an online service for him, and people were saying very kind words about him, and then that got me reflecting on this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and Stephen Covey actually uses this as a way to force us to think about what do we want out of life. And he said, put yourself in this position. Just imagine that you're at your own funeral. What would you want people to say about you? What would you want to have achieved in your life? These are the things, when you go through this exercise, that will actually detail your deepest personal objectives and goals. Another fascinating thing that was mentioned in the book is he referred to deathbed literature. Deathbed literature is when people who are very close to passing away are interviewed. What do they talk about? What do they say? And Stephen Covey mentions in the book that without exception, not one single person ever mentions, I wish I'd spent more time watching television, or I wish I'd spent more time in meetings, or working late. They always say, I wish I'd spent more time building my relationships. I wish I'd spent more time with my children, with my wife. These kind of things. These are the things that are fundamentally important to us. This video really is just to help myself and all of us ponder what really matters to us, what matters most. Another phrase that he uses in the book. If we know what matters most, what our true values and goals are, our principles are, then we can navigate life accordingly. And when we do eventually come to the end of our lives, we won't, inshallah, we won't regret having lived the best possible life. Let me know what you think in the comments.